Hey guys, Brian here with Solid Woodworks. I've been getting a lot of questions about this bed sliding drawer setup that I've built. So I first want to explain as to why I built it this way and how it works. So I built it this way because number one, first priority, I needed storage for my surfboards. We got 3 boards in there, wetsuits, all that good stuff. Number two, I wanted drawers for my clothes and pots and pans kitchenware. Number three, I wanted it to not take up this whole area. And with how I bought the van, I was trying to work with the cabinet that was already here, that already has a sink and everything in it. I didn't really want to tear it out and start from scratch there. It would have cost me a lot more money. So what I did is tore out this bench seat here and rebuilt this. So let me kind of explain and show you how it works. Number one, lift it up. It latches right here super easily. It stays up. You see it could go a little bit more vertical, but I have this kind of problem here, and when the door shuts I need enough room for it. That's why I cut this off. It's also why I cut it here and I cut this a little bit so that it wasn't in the way. Oh, it's getting a little windy. What I'm going to do is pull this down so you can see what's going on back here. This took me a long while to figure it out, and it's still not perfect, but I think it's looking all right. Number one, I started out with some really heavy-duty drawer guides, as you can see here. Those were about 80 bucks. They're supposed to be able to hold up to 275 pounds or 125 kilos. Next, I thought I was going to be able to build this whole thing out of wood, but I found out that I need a lot more support than just wood with this distance it is. Plus I just wanted it to be all kind of one piece, so I went to a welder and had him weld up this aluminum frame kind of thing here. And if you look down underneath, L angle here, a couple of them run all the way through, all tack welded on. I then bolted this piece of steel on the front to keep it supported this way and this way, because steel is obviously a lot stronger than aluminum, but I didn't want this whole thing to be made out of steel. It would have been pretty heavy. And as you can see, I also bolted the drawer guides into there as well. So with this setup, it allows me to have all kinds of room when it's in, and then when it pulls out, it gets pretty darn big. I mean, I think it's nearly 4 feet wide, and about 6.5 feet long or so. I can definitely easily lay in there. I'm 5'8". A couple things that I need to still work on is to somehow kind of probably wrap this with some sort of nice foam or U-channel rubber, just so, because it's a little sharp, as you can see. Maybe grind or cut these back. And as you can see here also, it slides in between here, these L things, and I built these up to fit between them so that the distance here is very minimal. You can't even feel it with the foam mattress on it. I'll also need to probably cut down the mattress a little bit because it sticks out when the table is actually down. As you can see, the bottom portion of it stays in there pretty well because you can see it slides underneath this piece of wood, which is what supports the back of the countertop. I will also eventually build out back here, nice and clean looking, a little spice rack. Right now I just kind of have my fins and a little cooler back there, which is actually nice. So that is a little bit more in detail how this sliding bed works. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comments section below. I'll try to get to them.